over the last 2 years, you guys finish really strong, but you start off out of the gate a little slow.
We do.
Anything to remedy that this season, or
just be a little bit more diligent, and intentional about, the way we teach stuff. The thing that's hurt us, early in the season, especially last year, was just penalties early in the season and turnovers. Just be intentional about trying to remedy that early in the season. I think we'll be fine.
You have a new quarterback. He got some playing time last year. I'm sure that benefited him and you seeing what he's capable of.
Yes,
but talk a little bit about Bryce McLean.
Bryce done a great job. Bryce has always been a leader for us. Kid works extremely hard. This is his 3rd year in our system. He knows the offense inside and out, and we're expecting to hit the ground running from day one.
And speaking of running, you have one of the best running backs in the county, in Caleb Devoe. Talk about him coming into his senior year.
Yep.
And the leadership skills that he brings to the offense.
Obviously having a back like Caleb, a big physical kid, is real nice to have, because you can give him the ball and he's going to make something out of nothing sometimes. And Caleb is one of the hardest workers we have here. More of a lead by example type kid, but a lot of the team, follows what his lead is. And the thing that's nice this year also with our running game is we have a younger back, Khalib Woodley, that's going to get a ton of touches that we think's got a chance to be really good also.
The wideout position, you lost some big names, Mecca and Alex Leashock. And talk about those losses and then what you're looking to fill in with the receivers you have this upcoming season.
Obviously, the guys that we had in our group last year were very good players. I mean, the results and their stats, kind of speak for themselves. But, we look at it this way. We got some really good players that not a whole lot of people know about right now that, we're real excited about what they're going to be. I talked to you earlier. We got about 10 or 11 receivers right now competing for our 4 positions that we, trust and think we can win with all those guys. So it's good to have some good position competition.
In terms of the offensive line, how's that looking thus far?
Good. We got one returning starter, our left tackle, Ian White. We got another senior, Mitchell Redmond, that started throughout the playoffs last year that played well. But, we got a core, about 6 juniors that's played together since they were in the 6th grade that, played on some pretty good JV teams the last 2 years that we're also very, very excited about.
And on the defensive side, you have arguably the best defensive end in the county as well, in Cole Hopkins. Talk about him coming into his senior year.
Cole's a very good player. Cole, is almost a 4-year varsity player because he got a little bit of playing time as a freshman on the D-line. But since I've been here, Cole's been a varsity starter for day one. He's a big, long kid that got a really good first step. And, the best thing he does is get after the quarterback. And
in terms of the overall defense, what can we look for in terms of line play, linebacker, and defensive backs?
I think our biggest depth, where we have the most depth is on our defensive line and linebackers. We're not slim in bodies in the secondary, but we definitely have more depth, in our inside 7. But, the things we always look for in our defense is to be disciplined and sound and, under the football and force turnovers. Well, with our kicking game, actually, we have Jason, who's a junior. Our senior kicker, Alejandro Lopez, was actually last year was our specialist of the year in the conference. The nice part about it is those guys compete every single day at practice, and the best guy or the guy that shows out in practice is going to play. So we're in a very fortunate position to have 2 kickers that are, pretty good players, very good players.
And your expectations for the upcoming season with the whole realignment and, Charlotte Catholic coming in, Monroe coming in, although you've been playing Monroe the last few years, but expectations coming into this new season, new conference?
Obviously the conference this year, and it was good last year. But top to bottom, I think this is as good as a conference as there is in North Carolina. Expectation-wise, I know it's, cliche, but honestly, we talk to the kids every day about not worrying about our opponent. Let's focus on what we do, get as good as we can, execute the best we can, and results will take care of themselves.